back to my channel. If you're new here, I'm Addie Bell and I do videos of makeup and skincare and beauty. So if that's something you're into and you enjoy this video, please subscribe. Please like this video as well. Today we are doing a video on just some quick and simple ways to enhance your makeup look. So if you're not super comfortable with makeup, or if you just aren't liking the way your makeup is making you look, these little tips will help you. So we're just going to move right in, and I have a lot of hair. So first off, we are going to get the hair to go back. My hair back, I think I'm just going to try and put this band on. It doesn't really match, but it will work for our purposes, and it's kind of cute. Alright, so I have already done my eyebrows. I feel like eyebrows are a great way to start the structure of your face. Mine are pretty intense, and so I have to be careful with that because I think that sometimes they can take over a look. So I try to lift them up as much as I can and kind of make it look, make your eyes kind of lift the face instead of like bring my eyes down. So we'll see how that does. And then the next thing I do is a primer, which I already have on. I like to normally do more of a glowy primer. So this Weleda Skin Food I have used many times and I love it. And you can just see how glowy my skin is. So I think glowy skin makes people think healthy skin, and so it's just a great way to make you just look a little bit more fresher throughout the day, and make your skin just feel like, yeah, a little bit brighter, a little bit more fresh. I'm going to bring the camera up a little bit because I feel like I'm too far down. Get me in the middle, get my hair to cooperate. Okay, so the next thing I like to do is to put on a foundation. But I also have some dark spots that I don't like around here, a little bit under my eye. You can just see that the pink just stops and then it just goes to dark. So the pink on the redness on my face, I believe, is due to using fragrance in my skincare. So I'm going to just be taking like all fragrance out of my skincare routine and hope that that helps it, which is kind of annoying because I just got some new products. And I should know better. I have sensitive skin. But anyway, all that to say is I like to use a concealer slightly a different color from like a peachy orange color. So this is the LA Girl Pro Conceal concealer, and it is in the color peach. And you'll see when I put it on my face, let me squeeze some out. It's got like a little brush at the tip, but you'll see when I put some on my face how peach it goes. And I always like to make sure that I put primer on here just to make sure that this stays. So for the eyes, I normally, you can see like I have a lot of dark in here. So I just go all the way up with this peachy color on both sides. And then kind of bring it down. I know I'm not going to be able to cover every inch of my eye. I also have a lot of fine lines, so I don't want too much product. So this is about it in terms of, I do put a concealer on top, but that's the only places that I put on my eye. I'm not going to put any out here. I don't feel like I have as much darkness up there. So that is always look a bit weird. I guess on camera you can't see the dark, the contrast in color as much as I can in the mirror, but it does just help cover those darker places that I am not too fond of. First, I like to let that dry a little bit, sink into the skin. Sometimes I'll use my Laura Mercier powder to really let it stay. So I just don't want any movement when I'm putting on my foundation and everything over top of that. So that is the way I start. Then I just go right in with foundation. I've already done a primer, so my skin is prepped. I've also already did skincare earlier today, so I don't need to worry about putting anything underneath, and I still have this really nice glow. And then the foundation I'm using also has a really good glow, so we're just gonna look fresh and glowy. I just really think this, it's a trend right now, I understand, but it also just really helps your skin look really fresh. So you just don't have to do too much as long as your skin is hydrated and you use some of these more glowy products. I like to put everything on with a brush because I feel like it gives it more coverage. And then I go in with a damp beauty sponge and just tap everything in. Because if you look closely, you can see some lines. My color is a little bit darker. This is more of like a summer foundation for me. So I just kind of bring the foundation down my neck so it just kind of blends in and there's not a harsh line. I'm not going anywhere with this makeup, so I'm not too concerned that it's like not matching my neck or anything like that, but I still want it to blend well. All right, so that is my base. I already put a little bit, and I say already put a little bit of concealer on. And so that was just like a color correction instead of actual concealer. So then I like to go in with concealer in kind of the same places as I did before. I don't really worry about the darker spaces below, but just with my eye, because this concealer I feel like really brightens that area up. So the color correction is getting it to look more the color of the rest of my skin, and then the concealer is just to get it a little bit brighter. You do not need very much concealer, especially if you have a lot of fine lines like I do. The more product you're using, the more it's getting into those fine lines. So I literally just put some here and tap it in, and then whatever I have left, I will use it on my lid. Now, if you're doing a really big eye look, then I would suggest doing more of like an eye primer or something like that. But because I'm just showing you a nice, simple, everyday look, this is enough to put on your lid. So I wish I'd left one eye so you could really see the difference that and the brightening that all of that did. This is what I do for my base. This is my quick base, so if you're new to makeup and you're a beginner, this might not be quick for you, but it is some ways just to enhance the face a little bit and just keep it looking fresh and glowy. I am one, before I do my bronzer or my blush, I go right into eyes. So when I'm doing an eye look like this, just to like make my face not look like it doesn't have anything on, just to enhance it a little bit, I always go for my quads or my small eyeshadow looks, as they always have just a really good color combination to do that. So like this one here has a matte to go all over your lid. It has a, there we go. So it has a matte over here, and then it has like a good crease shade and a deeper crease shade and a shimmer. So those are really all you need. You need like a matte, a crease, like not a matte, a neutral shade to go all over the lid, a crease shade, maybe something a little bit darker in the corner, and then a shimmer to brighten things up. So that's why I love quads. There's just less questioning. I even have some eyeshadow duos that do the same thing. I love this shade of brown here in this eyeshadow duo. This one is the Complex Culture duo, and then it's in the colors Chestnut and Rose. This is the Charlotte Tilbury duo, the Luxury palette. This was a Christmas gift from my husband. So there's a bunch of other quads you can get. Also love the Natasha Denona mini palettes, mainly because they're way cheaper than her $60 full-size palettes, but also because it just gives you a good color story, and you know, like, instead of, it takes all the guesswork out of a large palette. You're like, oh, I have a matte, I have some shimmers, I have a deeper shade I could use for a smoky eye or for a liner. Love small palettes. If you're on my Instagram, I'm all for them and talk about that a lot. So anyways, that's what I do going into doing a simple eye look. Where are my simple palettes that just tell me what to use instead of me having to use something maybe like this, where I'm just like, that's a lot of colors and don't really know. And normally I'll just go in with these 3 colors because I'm like less overwhelmed by those. And so once again, huge proponent of the smaller eyeshadow palettes. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to go in with my favorite, the Complex Culture one. It only has 2 shades. So you're really going to see what this can do to my eye and not to just make it, step it up a little bit, but not be too much work. You can see the sun shining through over here. So pretty. All right, so when you are only using 2 shades, you do need to be really careful in your application because you do want to get a little bit of definition. So I go in with the deep shade and I go right directly into where I want it to be the darkest, which will always be your corner, no matter how old you are, what kind of fine lines you have in your eyes, if you have hooded eyes, if you have more eye space. The darker in the corner is just a great definition for anyone. So I go right in there. I want to make sure that that darkness is in the corner, and then I'll blend out as I go. So we put the dark in the corner, and then we blend. And you'll get weird marks like that, but if you just keep going, things will blend out. So as you can see, the darkest is here in the corner, and then we do have some coming up here, but it gets lighter as we go, and that's what we want. We want a little definition, but you can see how I can just use one eyeshadow color to work that out. The key to any eyeshadow is to blend, and I think this is why I don't say like 5-minute makeup look, because sometimes you might be able to do 5 minutes, but 5 minutes might not be as blended as you would like it or something like that. So that is why I'm like, this could be a quick makeup look, but we're going to make sure it looks good. So just keep blending at the top. You can already see I don't have any mascara on, I don't have anything on, and this just really enhances my eye. Just really quickly, all we've done is put one shade in. I don't think, I'm going to just keep it as light as possible in the inner corner, and I'm just going to keep blending this out here. I also really like having that same shade underneath because it makes your eyes a little bit bigger. So once again, going in with the same brown shade. This is the shade Chestnut, just in case. Ooh, and you can see the sun on me. I like doing my makeup in the sun. I should do it more often. It's like the perfect timing to be in my studio because the sun is coming through and it's really pretty. We just blend that out as much as possible. And another thing is sometimes we talked about this at the beginning, how we want to make sure our face is always lifted. So like here, I see this dark is coming down. We don't want to bring our face down. Gravity's already doing that. So you just go in with your beauty sponge that already has the foundation or concealer on it, and you can already tell how that cleaned it up there for you and you don't have to worry about it. So what am I going to do with the shimmer? And this is all up to you. You could bring the dark in all the way. I'm actually going to go in with my finger and just get it on my finger. Look how pretty that, and I think this is why this is like my favorite small eyeshadow palette, because the shimmer is just beautiful. So we're just going to do a simple little look. And we're going to just put the glitter on the inner corner. And I like to also make sure it's like very, very in the inner corner, because the more you have right here, the brighter your eye is going to look. So remember, we've only used 2 shades and we already have a look. It's not glam, but it's definitely a little more put together and really brightens your face up. So that is what the eye look is going to look like. If you feel like you need to blend out a little bit here, you can go back in with the fluffy brush that you have. But that is what we're going to do for the eye. And so I'm going to go and finish up this eye and then I'll come back. So we have the second eye done. We're coming back. And the way I always end an eye is with some mascara. And so we're going to go in with the Bite Beauty mascara. This, I'm a drugstore, like, don't spend too much money on your makeup. You don't need to do that person. This is what I would tell you to spend your money on. This mascara is where it's at. Now, I found a lot of mascaras that I love and that work really well for me, but this one is the only one that holds my eyelashes up. I have a set of eyelashes, one eye stays up, the other like sticks straight out. This holds them both up, fills them out. It's the best mascara I think I've ever used, and so I'm really onto it. I've actually happened to find several samples, so I found this sample size at Marshall's. I got another sample size like in my Sephora, like with my points. And so when these run out, I'm just gonna buy one. And I don't think I would have ever said I will buy a $34, $35 mascara, but when you find one that works this well, and that's the thing with makeup, like most of the time you can find dupes with drugstore, but sometimes you can't, and you find what you like and you use what you like, and you just try not to buy too much. So like, if this is my favorite mascara, don't buy 10 more other kinds of mascaras. Just keep using the one that you like. So you can already see how high and lifted my lashes look. Now, curling them would help as well. So if that was something you do, I'm just really bad at remembering actually to curl my eyelashes. I'm like, hey, mascara, and I go right into it too quickly. So, but I feel like I found a mascara where I don't need to. So our face is looking glowy. We're very defined eyes with very quick look, very easy. And the last thing you want to do is you want to add some color back into your face. So if you put foundation on and covered all the color in your face, you kind of want to put more definition back into your face. There are easy ways to do that to keep your skin still looking glowy and fresh, but also give it a little bit of color. And I'm also like a little bit overboard person. I love blush, so you're gonna see me with like a little bit brighter blush than maybe you might like, so you just tone it down a little bit. So I have for the longest time been afraid of cream bronzer, but I've been really starting to love it, especially if you want to keep a full cream face and you don't want powders to stop the foundation. What I do, I don't use the darkest shade. It probably could if I was like contouring, but I'm not contouring. I'm just putting some color back into my face. Think of what we've been saying, lifting your face. So I put some up on the cheekbone, and then I do some dots up here and all the way around and back to the other cheekbone. Now, some people might put theirs lower. That's contouring, where they're trying to get that thin of the face. Okay, so calm down. You can see me better, so we're just gonna keep it like that. I think it's kind of fun to have the sun in my face. It feels so nice, especially after some cold winter days. So we have the bronzer on, and I have a bronzer brush I like to use. It has a nice angle to it, and think of lifting, always just bringing things back. Obviously, you want to connect it all and just blend it all really well. But the reason why I like cream is it keeps my face looking fresh and dewy. Anyways, bronzer really helps with the face definition. It also helps like warming up your face, which I really like. So that's, I did not use bronzer until maybe like 3 or 4 years ago, and I was like, wow, I'm missing a lot here. So try it. If you've never tried bronzer, just try a little bit where I showed you, and I think you'll really like it. I also, like I said before, love blush. And the blush I've been reaching, the cream blush I've been reaching for, and I normally reach for cream blushes, so you know, is the Rare Beauty cream blush in the shade Nearly Neutral. A lot of people have been loving these cream blushes. They are fabulous, and I love how they go on. I love how creamy they are. I love that they're not like too pigmented and easy to build. And they keep my glowy face. So in the second, I'm going to show you, I don't know if you remember at the beginning how shiny my face was when I put that Weleda Skin Food on. And I'm going to show you how that shine is still there. So much so that I don't feel like I even have to put a highlighter on. that much these days. So you want to blend it. I notice sometimes I forget to blend like on the edges and it looks like I have a line. So we blend it out a little. And blush application is completely up to you. I would encourage you to think of keeping it lifted, going up on the cheekbones, less pulling it down. But some people really like blush on their cheekbones. You can, on the apples of their cheek, and you can see I go all the way around. So I come all the way in. That's what I like to do. I think it looks good on my face. And I do put a little bit on my nose because I feel like that looks a little bit more natural. I'm really liking what my skin is looking like too. It's just super, super glowy. So because of all that glow, you do not have to put a highlighter on, but if you wanted to, hello, I'm here. There we go. I really have been enjoying this Flower Beauty highlighter. It's called the Day Glow. It's a highlighting glaze. So it's also a cream, and it's gonna keep that, you know, glowy, fresh face that we've been talking about. And I really just put it right on my cheekbone, and I like it. So if you feel like you need to add in a little bit more of highlight, you could add some there on your Cupid's bow, a little on your nose. But I felt like with the combination of everything that I used, that glowy was doing really well. So the last thing, obviously, if you haven't noticed, I have nothing on my lips. We're going for an easy, just, an easy, quick, face enhancing look. And so I don't want to have to do anything that complicated with my lips. So it just depends on if you are a neutral person, if you like more color, if you just like gloss, if you just like lipstick. For a quick look, I just like to throw on some gloss. And my favorite gloss right now is the Lifter Gloss. Oh, it matches my shirt. In the shade Amber, I think is the shade that I have it in. It is not showing me the shade that I have it in. Yeah, I think I have it in the shade Amber, but if not, I'll put it down below what I actually have. It's just a nice little, like, got a little bit of brown, orangey, peachy tones. Maybe I should say brown and peachy tones, no orange. And so it's just a little bit different than my own skin color, and it just adds a little bit of glossy. Super easy, but it also has hyaluronic acid in it, which helps retain moisture, and it's just going to help keep your lips moisturized. So that is the look, and that's how easy it can be. This is what I would do in the mornings when I'm going to work. Because I like doing like pretty complicated makeup looks. I'm not going to be doing this every day, but if I didn't have a makeup YouTube or anything, this is what I would be doing. Very simple, easy palettes to use, and this is what it would look like. So thank you so much for watching. Here, let's get the hair out of the band. And that's the final look. Thank you so much for following along. I hope you learned something. If you did, comment below and let me know, like, what was something new that you heard or something I'd love to hear. I'd love to hear how I can help people with products or with just general makeup tips. So once again, thank you for watching. Have a wonderful week, and I will see you in the next one. Bye.